I'm about to show you the easiest way to start making money as an editor fast. Over the past year, I've helped hundreds of editors go from struggling to landing $3,000 to $7,000 per month clients using a simple 5-step system. With this strategy, one of my students, Dalane, went from never editing a video in his life to making $1,000 per month in just 30 days. Another student, Asa, scaled from $800 a month to $5,000 per month in under 90 days using this exact process. I've personally used this system to land clients like the Ireland Boys with 5 million subscribers, and I've seen it work for complete beginners and experienced editors who were stuck at low rates. This isn't about spending months building a perfect portfolio or begging for work on Fiverr. This is a proven system that gets results fast. So by the end of this video, you'll have the exact step-by-step process to start making money as an editor and scale to $5,000 to $10,000 per month, even if you're a complete beginner or have never landed a client before. But first, you need to understand the foundation that makes this entire system work. See, most editors spend all their time learning fancy animations and perfecting their technical skills. But the editors making real money know the fundamentals of business. And once you understand these fundamentals, every step I'm about to show you becomes 100 times more effective. See, every single day, there are thousands, millions of content creators uploading videos that could be way better. They know their content isn't hitting the way it should, but they don't have the time or skills to fix it. And that's where you come in. You're not just moving clips around in a timeline. You're taking someone's raw footage and turning it into something that actually gets views, keeps people watching, and makes them money. When you understand that you're solving a real problem for people who desperately need help, getting paid becomes inevitable. You're not just an editor, you're a problem solver. And once you understand that, the next question becomes, well, who's gonna pay you the absolute most money possible to solve this problem? Most editors try to edit for everyone. Gaming videos, business content, vlogs, documentaries, and honestly, most just take whatever comes their way. But that is a huge mistake. The editors making real money are not general editors who edit everything. They are specialists who are laser focused on editing for a specific kind of creator. So you need to pick a lane. Short form business content, long form entertainment content, fitness videos, documentaries, whatever you're drawn to, pick one and stick with it. Because when you specialize, two things happen. First, you become really good at that specific kind of content, like really fast. And second, clients in that space start to see you as their go-to person for their needs. And now that you understand you're solving a specific problem for a specific kind of person, there's only one final piece to this puzzle. Most editors think this is the hardest part. They overthink it, they overcomplicate it, they convince themselves it's literally impossible. But the truth is, it's actually the simplest step of all. Because once you have those first two pieces locked in, there's really only one thing left to do. Find a way to get in contact with the people who need your services. That's it. You just have to get in contact with them. I know it sounds overly simple, but this is where most editors psych themselves out. They think they need some complicated marketing strategy or they need to wait until they're good enough to reach out. But the reality is, these creators are posting content every single day. Their Instagram handles are right there. Their email addresses are in their bio. Their DMs are literally open. The barrier isn't that they're unreachable. The barrier is that you haven't reached out yet. And the best part is, most of them are actively looking for help. They just don't know how to find good editors. So when you show up with a genuine offer to make their content better, you're not bothering them, you're solving their problem. The creators who need your help are literally one message away. You just have to send it. Now, if you want to fast track this entire process and surround yourself with other editors who are doing exactly what I'm teaching you, you need to join Editor Accelerator. It's my community with over 2,000 editors who are all sharing their lessons, their work, and their experience as they grow their editing businesses and land clients. And you can get access to an entirely free course that shows you exactly how to make $5,000 or more each month. If that sounds helpful, click the link below this video to join now. But now that you understand the foundation, let's get into the 5 steps to make this happen. And this is where most new editors get it wrong. They think they should build up their social media presence, post a bunch of content, and wait for clients to come to them. But that's backwards. That's like trying to get a job by sitting at home hoping employers will find your resume online. Now, I'm not saying posting content online doesn't work, but when you're just starting out, there's a much faster way to get your first clients. And once you understand why this method works so much better, you'll never want to go back to hoping and praying that the right client finds your content. So the fastest way to get your first client is outreach. And here's why it beats posting content online every single time. First, when you're just starting out, you don't have content to post online. You can't really attract clients without your work if you don't have any work to show. Second, even if you did have content to post, it's completely unpredictable. You have no control over who sees it, who engages with it, or whether those people are even good clients. You could post for months and get nothing. Or worse, you could attract the clients who want to pay you $20 per video. But with outreach, you're in complete control. You choose who to contact, you choose what to say, you choose which creators you want to work with. It's predictable, it's much faster, and it works. But this is where most people begin to run into problems. They want to start reaching out to creators, but they have nothing to show for their work. No portfolio, no experience, and no proof that they can actually deliver results. Or maybe they've been editing gaming videos, but now they want to work with business creators. Same problem. They don't have any relevant work to show. So what do you do when you have no examples of work in your target niche? Well, there's actually a simple first step that solves this entire problem. So if you have no portfolio or you're entering a new niche, step one is to reach out to creators and offer to edit an entire video for free. This is not about getting paid yet. This is purely about getting experience and building up strong examples of work that you can use later when you start doing outreach for actual paid clients. The key here is that you're being completely upfront about what you want. You need portfolio examples, and in exchange, you're offering to make their content better for free. You're not trying to trick them or hide your intentions. You're leading with genuine value while being honest about your goals. I'll show you exactly what this message looks like after I explain the full strategy. Now, here's where this gets interesting. You've offered your help, they say yes, and now you have an incredible opportunity right in front of you. This is your moment to not only build your portfolio, but potentially turn this into your first paid client. Because when you approach this the right way, amazing things can happen. So step two, edit an entire video for free. Not just a 30-second sample, not just the intro, the whole thing. See, most editors offer to do a sample edit to show their skills, but think about it from the creator's perspective. What are they gonna do with 30 seconds of edited footage? Nothing. But when you edit their entire video, now they have something they can actually use. They can post it, see how it performs, and immediately understand the value you bring. Now, to be clear, you're not going to do this for everyone forever. You're doing this to build strong portfolio examples with good footage that shows your edits on content similar to your dream client's footage. Once you have a few solid examples, you won't need to do full free videos anymore. But this is your audition. This is your chance to prove that you can make someone's content better. So don't half-ass it. Treat it like the most important project you've ever worked on. And let me show you exactly how powerful this is. One of my students, Nelson, followed this exact approach. He sent a personalized message that showed he'd done his research, identified a problem with their content, positioned himself as the solution, and asked to do a free video to build his portfolio. You could tell this message wasn't some random ChatGPT script, it was authentic and genuine. And the result was crazy. The client responded in literally 2 minutes after he sent the message and asked to hop on a call the same day. Nelson ended up delivering a full video edit for free, and the client was so impressed that they hired him on a monthly retainer for 2 videos a week, even though Nelson was only planning to get a good portfolio example. This works because you're being completely honest about building your portfolio while still leading with value. And oftentimes, if you do a great job like Nelson, you can get hired immediately without even having to do the full system. But delivering an amazing free edit is just the beginning of something much bigger. Most editors think that's where it ends. They deliver the video, hope the client offers them paid work, and when that doesn't happen, they just move on to the next free project. But that free edit you just delivered is leverage. It's your social proof. It's your ticket to landing multiple paid clients. So now that you have your first portfolio piece, step 3 is to post it everywhere. Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, wherever your target clients are hanging out. But here's the key. You need to post it strategically. Create posts that showcase your work in different ways. Show before and after comparisons. Create a post of the final video above your timeline so clients can see all the work you put in. For your captions, break down some specific things you did and the specific results you achieved for the client. And I'd always recommend tagging the client you worked with, and end every post with a clear call to action like DM me if you want your videos edited like this, or DM me to work together. This strategic posting does 3 powerful things for you. First, it shows other creators in your niche exactly what you're capable of. Second, it positions you as someone who understands the strategy behind good editing, not just the technical skills. And third, it directly tells potential clients how to reach you if you want to work together. Now, once you've posted your work online, here's the reality. it might not immediately bring in leads, especially when you're just starting out and don't have a following yet. But that doesn't mean you're stuck, because now you have something most editors don't have: proof you can deliver results. And it's time to use that proof to level up who you're reaching out to. So with your proof in hand, it's time for step 4. Use that work as proof when you reach out to bigger creators. And this is important. You need to start reaching out to bigger creators than before. You want to level up the quality of clients you're targeting. Start aiming for people who are getting consistent views, growing their channel, and have some real momentum. Think 50K to 500K subscribers. But here's the problem. These bigger creators are completely different from the small ones you started with. They get flooded with messages. Sometimes they already have editors, and they're not impressed by generic pitches. So how do you stand out and actually get their attention? You stand out by being personalized, genuine, and confident. Very similar to Nelson's example that we talked about earlier. The strategy is simple. Watch their content, identify a real problem or area that's not optimized, and offer your help to level up their content. Regardless of their content quality, if you're a good editor, you should be able to spot where things could be improved. Maybe their hooks could grab attention faster, maybe their sound design feels flat, or maybe their visuals could be better. The key is being specific about what you notice and how you can help. Don't send generic messages. Watch their recent videos, find something concrete you can improve, and craft your message around that. Most creators, even successful ones, know their content isn't perfect and are open to getting better. The difference between you and the dozens of other editors messaging them is that you're being specific, genuine, and confident in your ability to add value. Once you position yourself as a solution, see if they'd be open to working together on their next video. Now, earlier, you did free videos for smaller creators to get experience and build up examples of great work. But now that you have that proof, you don't always need to lead with free work anymore. In fact, with bigger creators who have budgets, offering free work upfront can sometimes hurt you. Depending on how you word it, it can make you seem desperate or like you're begging for work instead of positioning yourself as a valuable professional. So how do you handle the money conversation with creators who can actually afford to pay you what you're worth? Well, step 5 is once you get into a conversation with them, read the situation and adapt accordingly. If you think they can genuinely pay you what you want and they seem interested in working together, you can offer to do one video to test the working relationship. You could say something like, I'd be willing to edit a video for free so we can see how we work together, and if we both like it, we can talk about ongoing paid work. But don't lead with free work. Let the conversation develop first. Sometimes they'll suggest starting with a paid trial. Sometimes they'll want to see your work first. The key is being flexible and reading what they're comfortable with. Now, once you deliver that first video, whether it's free or paid, and they love the results, that's when you make the transition to consistent paid work. Most of the time, if you've delivered great work and positioned yourself correctly, they'll shower you with joy and want to give you all of their videos because you've already proven you can improve their content and save them time. And if they say no, well, then you still have another great piece of content for your portfolio and you can move on to the next creator. But the goal is simple. Turn that initial conversation into a working relationship. Then turn that working relationship into consistent paid work. By the end of this process, it's virtually guaranteed you'll start making money with editing. And if for some reason you don't, just keep doing what works. Keep sending personalized messages, keep delivering great work and results, and keep posting your work online. Eventually, someone will say yes. And once you have that first client, everything becomes so much easier. But here's what's crazy. Getting your first client is actually the easy part. The hard part is what comes next. The truth is, there are 8 specific problems that plague every editor stuck below $5,000 per month. And until you identify and solve these problems, you'll stay trapped in that cycle of low-paying clients and endless hustle. But once you know what these 8 problems are and the 8 specific solutions to overcome them, everything changes. Your rates go up, your clients get better, and you finally start making the kind of money that gives you real freedom. If you want to discover these 8 problems and learn the exact solutions that will take you from a struggling editor to $5,000 or more per month, then you need to watch this video where I break down each problem and show you exactly how to solve them.